Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this afternoon session. I'm going to very briefly give you an overview of Hong Kong's ecosystem for FinTech. What I'd like to do in the next 10 minutes is share with you why Hong Kong is such a great place to do business as one of the world's leading international financial centres. I'll give you a quick overview of the FinTech opportunities that we see at Invest Hong Kong. I'll talk a little bit about the opportunities that we see in the Greater Bay Area and wider Asia. And finally, I'll say a little bit about how Invest Hong Kong can help you achieve success in Asia. So I'd now like to share with you some of the fundamental reasons why Hong Kong is such a great place to do business. We really lie at the very heart of Asia, and that means you can tap into opportunities right here in Hong Kong, in the Greater Bay Area, which I'll talk about in more detail later, in China as a whole, in ASEAN, one of the fastest growing parts of the world, and indeed beyond that. You can see from this map that almost every major economy is within 4 hours flying of Hong Kong, and a whopping half of the world's population lives within 5 hours flying of Hong Kong. Hong Kong also has a very unique position in China under the one country, two systems formula. We have a common law based legal system. We've got world-class intellectual property protection. We're one of the world's top 3 international financial centres. We have an amazing talent pool. And we also have a very, very vibrant financial services and FinTech sector. On top of that, our talent really is very international by nature. And what that means for your business is you can find the people that can help your business grow. We also have a very proactive, pro-business government. And one manifestation of this is our competitive and simple tax system. Corporation tax starts just at 8.25% for roughly the first $250,000 and just 16.5% above that. And as you can see from this slide, that's very competitive with other regional centres. And for your staff, we also have a very competitive tax rate, a maximum of just 15%. And we also don't have a lot of the complicated taxes that tie your teams up in knots around the world. No VAT, no GST, no sales tax, no capital gains tax. So this is one of the big attractions of doing business in Hong Kong. Let's have a look now at the FinTech opportunities that we see at Invest Hong Kong. And there's a number of drivers for this. So 6 success factors that really are powering the FinTech ecosystem in Hong Kong. First of all, the rich financial services opportunities as this leading international financial centre. Then it's the access to the Greater Bay Area and wider Asia, including those fast-growing markets of ASEAN. Funding sources are also very important, and we've got a range of sources from government through angels, VCs, PE, and ultimately listing in Hong Kong. We've got progressive regulators, each of our regulators on the banking, securities, and insurance side, all at the leading edge of developments globally. Then it's that talent base that we have here that can help your business grow, and again, that tax system that is very competitive. So talking about the rich financial services opportunities, we'll leave you with these slides, but as you can see, there's a wealth of opportunity in asset and wealth management, in banking, in digital payments, in insurance, and in trade finance. We've got a very, very deep pool of SMEs in particular, many of them involved in import and export. So I'm sure that over the next couple of days, you'll be hearing much more about this from some of the practitioners and indeed from the regulators as well. On the funding sources side, this slide is very busy. I don't expect you to read it now, but you can see just on the government side that we've got funding schemes that potentially can help you every step of the way. Through setup, through R&D, hiring of people, your business development, fundraising, and ultimately your expansion overseas into other markets in Asia. So something for everybody. And the team at Invest Hong Kong can help you identify which of these schemes are relevant to your business. I've talked a little bit already about the Greater Bay Area and ASEAN, and I'll just go into a little bit more depth. The Greater Bay Area is a region within southern China where there's a national policy priority to see it flourish as an economic region. And really there are two main ingredients to the region: a huge amount of innovation taking place, and at the same time, the financial services prowess, in particular of Hong Kong. It's significant at a global level in terms of economic development. There's 71 million people that live in the region, and an economy that is already the size in GDP terms of Korea or Australia. So significant already, but it is going to grow at a rate of knots in the years to come. And that includes in terms of opportunity for FinTech. So a fast growing market for FinTech. It's a gateway both for mainland and global FinTech companies to go in both directions, into China, out of China, to the rest of the world. It's a platform to experiment with further integration and a test market for new products and services. And that's both on the B2C side and the B2B side. ASEAN is also another major of economic growth on a global level. Countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand. A wealth of opportunities in areas such as trade finance. For Hong Kong, actually, ASEAN is our second largest trading partner. But you've got the benefits of using Hong Kong to have that legal certainty, the common law system that we have right here in the city. ASEAN is also home to almost 300 million people that are underbanked. So fantastic opportunities in terms of financial inclusion. And as I've mentioned already, you can leverage some of the funding schemes that are available in Hong Kong to help you grow your business into this really vibrant region in the months and years to come. Lastly, I'd just like to talk a little bit about Invest Hong Kong and how we can help you every step of the way. We've got a dedicated FinTech team with colleagues right here in Hong Kong, and also dedicated FinTech specialists in San Francisco and London. And what we do is help you at every step of the way. So during planning, working out what Hong Kong and Asia might mean for your business. We help you through the setup process, getting your company up and running, maybe looking at some of those funding schemes that are available. We help you through launch. We get you plugged in to the business networks right here in Hong Kong and across the region. Ultimately, we will work with you in the long term, because once you're in Hong Kong, we also want to see you flourish and grow. So we'll work with you year in, year out to find new growth avenues for your business. We'll particularly get you plugged into the overall ecosystem for FinTech in Hong Kong. And this afternoon and over this week, you'll be hearing from a lot of these players. Players like Cyberport, the Hong Kong Science and Technology Park, of course the regulators, and all of the private sector. And this chart just shows you a little bit of the ecosystem. And wherever your business is in the world, we have a team that will be close to you. We have more than 30 offices right around the world. And if you want to have a chat with us, a no obligation chat, please do get in touch with us at any time. Tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. We'll always be there to help you. So thank you very much. I'll leave you with my contact details and also those of King Leung, who heads our FinTech team globally. So once again, thank you very much for joining us and enjoy the afternoon.